Hello, my name is Jeff Rolka. You can learn more about me at voicelessonssf.com or voicelessonsinlondon.co.uk. I want to begin by thanking you for checking out my video, for all the subscribers out there. This video is an instructional video in response to someone who wrote in asking about the lip trill, sometimes called the bubble, sometimes also called horse lips. I guess it was only one instructor of mine that called it that. But in any case, the question was, how do you get your lips to move that way? And so I wanted to go through a step-by-step process that will hopefully, if not get you going, then get you close. So, the first thing with the lip trill, and I'm going to keep on calling it the lip trill, is to just be patient. It can take a little bit of time, it can take a bit of practice. If it's not happening, there are several different ways that it could be keeping you back. I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process now that will hopefully get you going so that you can get the lips moving a little bit and then get it more sustained and then add some pitch and then begin to use it and work with it. So, first of all, the lips move because we have sufficient engagement and sufficient airflow. The lips are neither too loose nor too tense. So like if I'm too loose, it just all comes out. If I'm too tense, then it stops the airflow entirely, neither of which are advantageous. We want them to be just right. And this is going to require some experimentation. You see me using my hand by my face. And what I'm doing is I'm putting my thumb and middle finger by the muscles of the embouchure, these muscles around the sides of your mouth. I'm just giving it a very, very gentle little lift to take some of the weight off of the teeth. This also lets my jaw open a little bit more and lets me open my throat somewhat and get a little bit more air going too. So it helps a little bit. But notice, when I put my hands there, the shape of my face stays very much the same. There's very little change. Sometimes people really want to squeeze down on it, and that's not really going to help you. So, as you experiment with this, keep your mind, as much as you can, focused on the lifting and the engagement abdominally and the airflow, because the air is what's going to keep the lips going. So you go for short bursts. Maybe you don't use your hand, you just... You could do that. If you want to use your hand, a little bit of a lift, let the air come out, and then hopefully the lips will start to buzz for you a little bit. As you start to get that, and it becomes more reliable, go for longer bursts of air. If you don't have a breathing management system in place yet, maybe check out my video on the Apoggium method, where we talk about expansion sideways of the rib cage and lifting abdominally. The longer the phrase, or the longer that you're going to keep that lips burbling, the more lifting you're going to feel. The analogy I like is what I call the grocery bag analogy. If you've ever had a bag of groceries, and you were here in the studio, and I said, okay, I've got this bag of groceries. Hold out your hand, and I put that bag of groceries in your hand, and just stand there and hold the bag of groceries. It's going to feel heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier the longer you hold it, as the muscles get tired and they've been engaged all that time. And it's not exactly the same thing with singing, but it's kind of similar. You're going to feel that engagement over a long period of time, and you have to keep that engagement happening in order to keep the airflow moving in a sufficient fashion and keep the lips going. Now once you can do that in a sustained fashion, just try adding some pitch to it, staying focused on the airflow. So first, just some sirens. Anything at all, really. Just a little bit. Keeping focused on the air, adding the pitch as you go, keeping it light. It may sound a little bit funny, but remember, this is a vocal exercise. it's not the final product. It's not your final singing voice. It's a tool to help you address issues that you're having with your voice, learn new music, assess technical capabilities, things like that. It's a diagnostic tool, okay? Once you start getting reliable pitch, you can do some sirens, and maybe try some scales. Stay in a comfortable range for starters. When you're just getting started with it, it's not the time to start pushing the boundaries. Keep it in a nice, comfortable range of your singing voice, and then as you get more reliable results, then you can start to use the bubble for range expansion, which it's really great for, by the way. It can really, really help you keep air moving through the upper register of your voice. Now, once that's become reliable for you, it becomes a very useful tool, because the lips, when they stop burbling and you're in the middle of a phrase, are going to tell you how you're using airflow or not managing it properly. Additionally, because the lips take a lot of the weight of the air column off the vocal fold, it can be a great way to learn new material. It makes it very easy on your voice. It's not as tiring. You can practice that way for a long time. And finally, when the lip trill becomes second nature, for those tougher passages, you can try something that I, just in my notes, arbitrarily called the super lip trill. And this is to pinch the cheeks and pull them apart. Now you're increasing the tension across the lips, and you're making it harder. So you've really got to lift to get them going. I find that to be particularly useful when I have to sing things that are really in the extremities of my range, in the extremities on the upper register, where airflow is so vitally important to us. So, I hope this helps. I think the biggest piece of advice that I'd like you to walk away from with this video is to be patient. The lip trill can take time. It can take a lot of experimentation. And if it doesn't come, you know, it's not the end-all, be-all of vocal exercises. It's an exercise that voice teachers like myself, and we use it all the time. It's a very useful exercise. It's a very useful diagnostic tool for you to use in your own practice and for us to use when we're evaluating you. But it's not the only tool. It's not the only way to learn about your voice. It's not the only way to get really great airflow and manage the usage of your voice throughout all registers. So be patient, enjoy singing, take really good care of your voice. My name's Jeff Rolka. I hope this helps. Thank you again for writing in. Thank you for the comment. I always appreciate questions, and hopefully we'll see you again. Bye.